Okay, it looks like we're live. So welcome back. Today I'm going to be continuing to work on Kano script. Okay, so last time, basically we implemented if statements, right? So we can check if condition, then do something, right? Then we have a number of things like it can continue forever. One thing I forgot about, and I did it off camera because it was very simple, was scope, right? So when we encounter a then, basically, like, we want this to have its own scope, the if statement. When compared to this. So like any variables declared in here should not be accessible outside of the if statement. So that's something I did. So when we counter then, we basically push the current stack size, and we counter end, we just pop until we get back to that stack size. So if there's no variables declared, then the stack size will be the same. But yeah, that's basically what we do to implement the scope. And we also remove the variables from our variable list. Yeah, so like if we try to exit bar here, it's not gonna work. So if I run main, it does not work. The location is not right. I'm still working on that, but everything else seems to work. Yeah, so if I make this instead x equals 15, then it's going to exit, if we exit with x, then it's going to exit with 15. So we can still change the value of variables because we update the variable stored at that location in the stack. It doesn't actually remove it, right? So if we build that now, and then we assemble it, and then we actually run it, we echo with that, we exit with 15, so that works. Today, I would like to implement wall. So while x is less than 10, then x, actually I have to do this, x equals x plus 1. So something like that, right? So it's going to be pretty simple because it's not too much different from the if statements. Something we have to keep track of though is the stack, like what block we're currently in, right? So if we're in an if statement, a function or a while loop or something like that. And we need that because we need a label at the start, like right before the condition, that we jump to right before the end as well. So we need to basically do a couple of things. And then I'm going to implement that, and then if there's time, I'm going to also try to do else for if statements. Yeah, so let's try to do that. So first of all, I'll implement the lexing for the wall loop. So basically we just need wall. And I'm going to, right, so usually you would have something wall that do. And I thought about that. But I thought, why not just use, like, it's going to be the same thing. Why not just use that? Like, the same keyword, you know? I feel like that's better, in my opinion. Even though, like, you wouldn't say, like, wall x less than 10, then this, you would say do, right? But I kind of like it better. Fewer keywords, you know? So let's try to do that. So we need tt wall. While. And you can add that right here, right after it. Okay, so. Hello, Tim TM. Hello, how you doing? Okay, yeah, so we need that, and then I think that's the only keyword that we have to add. So I think we are good with that. So if we go down to the actual lexing, you are fine. I am good. I am good. Okay, right here. If. Well. And that. So we don't want TT if though, we want... what are you implementing? I am working on wall loops right now. Implementing wall loops into the scripting language, right? So right now we have this, like we can do this. We can do all these things, right? So we can call write, which will just basically call a write syscall, so you can only pass a string in there. We can declare variables, so this is declaring an integer variable. Yeah, and then we have if statement, which can check a condition, right? And then we can also reassign the value of variables, and we can call an exit syscall. So that's basically all the features that we have right now. What I'm working on is wall. So we can do something like this, you know, a loop. Yeah. And it's pretty simple. It's not too much different than the if statement. So right now I'm working on the lexing for that. And I think it's done now, so it should actually work. If I do this and return 0, right? Then I think that is all that I need. That is not handled, but that's fine. If we run it on there, then we should have, yeah, we do have wall, so it did work. Yeah, so the parsing as well is going to be pretty simple. Yeah, so we can just go down here, and case tt, yes, we can do a similar thing to this. tt wall. 10 TM subscribed with Pine. Thank you. Appreciate that. Really appreciate it. Yeah, so is it Tim TM? Is that how you would pronounce? I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right. Because I'm bad at that. We need to add this, the type wall. Student token, parse expression. Just Tim. Okay. That's the name of the virtual machine that I have here, Tim. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, I think that's it. Type wall. Okay. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the parsing as well, if I'm not mistaken. So now we need to keep track of certain things. Let me go to the program statement. So during the actual compilation time, we need to keep track of what the current type is. So let's make a block type, right? And it's not actually going to be a struct. And then be an enumerator. So we need block if, block wall, and eventually we're gonna have a block function, but not yet. So block wall. So when we encounter the wall keyword, we're gonna push onto the stack the wall, and then when we encounter an end keyword, the first thing we're gonna check is we're gonna pop off this stack and see what it is. And obviously, if there's nothing there, then that means something went wrong. Block type. Let's actually make a block stack as well. Yeah, let's make it anyway. So struct is gonna have block type data, so an array of those. Count and capacity. Okay, and then we can just keep track of that in here. So what's I need that? Block stacks. Yeah, block stack. I think that's fine. Block stack. Block stack. Okay. I think that should work. So then we can use the append on it, that macro. Yeah, it's just a dynamic array, and it's that way we don't have to worry about overflowing or anything like that. Unless you run out of memory, but that shouldn't happen. Okay, so let's go to the object. So in here we need to, when we enter if, we have to push to this. So let's the append to the state block stack. Block if. Block stack, yeah, and we have to do that again with the type wall. So it's going to be actually quite similar to this. Type while. Yeah, except this is going to be a block wall. And that way, we'll be able to pop it, and we'll know if we're properly in the block. And then also, like, if the count is 0 and we reach an end, that means we have we're closing a block that doesn't actually exist. So obviously that's the problem. Yes, and now we can use that for generating labels. So, what we're going to want to do here is, alright, there's going to be a few things that we need to do. So if state block stack dot data minus state block stack wait arrow, there we go, block stack dot count. So we're gonna first we need to check. I'm not sure, like, it should be checked already, but we're just gonna check it here as well. So if state block stack dot count equals 0, then we have an error. So let's print error. We don't have a proper location here, but that's fine. We're going to do it for now. That's the location. And then error block stack. I'll just print the count because we need to print something because the limitation is going to right now. Eventually, I'm going to go through and refactor the error reporting because it's not super great right. J Monty 890 follow. Thank you. Okay. Really like that count capacity thing. Yeah, it's actually really good. So I got it from Soding. If you have heard of him, you probably have, but and it's quite useful because we can use this macro here. And it's like independent of the data type. I just have to pass that in the item, and it can just append to it, and it reallocates and all that stuff. So you don't ever have to worry about going over it. It checks to make sure it's not null and things like that. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's like vector or whatever it is in C++ or Rust or whatever. Cool, I also know from him. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so we check that, and then we do this. If this is wall equals block with wall, then we have to we have to jump. We have to generate a jump. So if we then jump, just an unconditional jump, right? So we'll pass the. Do we need the state there? No, we do. We do need a file. And then we need the label number. So actually, this is gonna be a wall label. So it's gonna be different. So we'll just pass a string in here. So I might have to sprint that for this to work. Let me think. Actually, using right now some kind of data visualization program I wrote. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I use it all the time. So what is that data visualization program? I would like to hear about that. That'd be cool. So let's just allocate a string here. I don't want to do that. I do actually have that, so I could push that, but is that a good idea? I don't know. Like, because I don't necessarily know the size. Am I allowed to post links? You should be able to. Yeah. Like, should be okay. Like, I don't think I have it automatically blocked, and it's fine as long as it's something relevant, you know. Let's see. Yeah, I'll take a look at this really quick. Okay. Statisticer visualizes your data. Nice. Ooh. Let's watch that. Okay. That's pretty cool. So it's like Python, whatever it is, matplotlib or whatever. Get a Pac-Man page. Okay, made up. Let's look at it. So does it use it's like Raylib, I think? Like the font? That could be wrong though. Oh yeah, it is Raylib. Okay. Okay, constants.h, so that's just the header file. Okay, it's not actually 2-bit. Fine. Let's see, how do we use it? Example / pacman.state. Alright, let's look at that actually. This looks pretty cool. Plus text files, okay. Okay, float test. Okay, that one. Okay. So this is how it's structured, just a new line for each one. Random float test. Random integer test. So is that the name at the top then that it takes? That it displays here. Yeah, it looks like that's what it would be. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I might want to actually download it. I think that could be cool. Take a look at it. Let's clone it to here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Let's see. Make setup. Yeah, I want to see it. Taking a second. It looks pretty big. Yeah. Okay, actually I want to look at the code some more. Just Raylib, okay. So let's see. I've not used Raylib too much, but I've used it a little bit. So okay, so just opens it. Alright. It is taking a while. How big is it? Date frame. Whoops. 500 megabyte? Still seems like a long time for 500 megabytes, though. My computer fans are heating up. Only at 60% though. Okay, well I guess I will continue working on the project while it is while it's setting up. Yeah, so what I want to do here. Basically I need to Let's make actually gen wall. Yeah, and we'll also have gen wall label. For the wall when we encounter that. Actually, yeah, okay. And we can just pass the wall label number. Will we have one of those? Or how do I want to handle that? Because I can't really use the same label number. Because that would mess it up. So let's do actually oh sure. Okay. We're getting somewhere actually now. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll just make a new one. Well, let's see. So let me go to the node value. I messed this up. So I'm just gonna do that for now, but it's not gonna work, so I'll have to update it. Alright, it looks like it actually finished, so we can look at it now. So then it's just make. Okay. Alright. Build. Okay, so let's go here. Build. Stator. Examples, pathman.state. Let's look at that. Okay. Ooh, I like that. Hovering over it. That's pretty cool. That's really cool, actually. Biggest difference 8, average difference 3.44, average is 2.31. Alright, let me make a data. Hello, how you doing? Let's make it's so I think it's like this, right? 10, 5, 0, 5, 10. Yeah, let's try that. And then we will look at it. Okay, yeah, it does actually. That's pretty cool. 0, -5. Okay. Why does it go up at the end here, though? Did I mess something up in the data, or is that just how it looks? That's how it works. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I like that. Very cool. I will star it for sure. Could improve that. Yeah. How long did you work on it for? Probably look. First commit. Initial. Okay. 2 days ago. Very cool. That's when you first committed it. Yeah, that's really cool. Really cool. I have not made any sort of data visualization thing, so it might be fun to make one at some point. Okay, very cool. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. All right. Okay, yeah, so I'm just gonna do this for now, and we need to generate the label here before we compile the expression. So we will gen wall label. Whoops, I quit it. I accidentally quitted. Thank you for giving a star. Yeah. Was very cool. So, had to start. Alright, so I need basically another stack for the labels. Where basically we'll push the label onto the stack. Yeah, so we'll do that. So all this stuff will probably be condensed into a single struct relating to all of the block stuff, but for now I'll have it be separate things. Alright, so let's make a side stack, and this will be label wall labels. Okay. Yeah, we can just append to it in the same way. So let's see. So that's going to be how we get that. So we will append. We need also the current label in there as well. So I forgot about that. So a lot of stuff here. So we'll have wall label. So just the current label. and we'll just iterate that each time, and we will push the value before we iterate it onto the stack. So I think that works. So let's try that. This is the wrong one. So we will okay, to the state the label stack, right? Wall labels. We'll append the wall label plus plus. We'll iterate it afterward. And then we'll generate it using the state wall label. Actually, we'll do the plus plus there. Or, well, yeah, just do it like that. So then we need to make this function. So gen, and we also need gen wall jump, which is going to call it, well, we don't really need that, I suppose. We can just do gen jump and just pass the label number there in the same way. But we want it to be a wall label, so we'll do that. Okay, so let's do this. Let's find this function. Which Linux distro are you running? I am running Arch Linux. So here I can run fastback. Show you whatever. Yeah, so there it is. Arch Linux, yes. Gen label. Where is it? Yeah, right here. So we need gen wall label. File. Label. And we basically do this, but instead of label, it's going to say wall. And then we need gen. Of course, Arch fanboys in here. Yes, sir. I've used Debian before, and I just don't like it as much. Like, it feels like there's not as much stuff available, and I haven't I keep it updated and I take care of it, and I haven't had like super major problems where I've had to reinstall or anything, and I've been using it for like 2 years, a year and a half, something like that. On the same install. Arch fanboy yourself. Nice, nice. You need change off. Always make that and not using it. Why do we increment the stack size? Oh, because it consumes it, so we do need to do that. Yeah, so this would be a wall. We'll generate a wall like that. Unconditional jump. So it does not do anything to the stack. So actually this one doesn't. We don't need the state in there. Pac-Man, yeah, Pac-Man is very good. The AUR is also like I really like that. That's one of the best parts in my opinion. How old is your check? Was plus that. Okay. Alright, 1 second. Birth is 2021. November of 2021. That's, I guess, longer than I thought. Yeah, here, let me. There we go, right here. So, and how long is that? That's like it's more than 2 years, I guess. Like close to 2.5, I guess. That's older than I realized. Is that right? Yeah. Okay. Interesting. November 2016. Nice. And you haven't reinstalled or anything at all? Okay. Yes, we don't need that for this because we aren't doing anything. So, no. Nice, nice, nice. Let's go here and try to build it. So, generate wall label undeclared. Oh yeah, it's state wall label. And there we do that properly. So, stack undeclared. It's state, not stat. So where is that at? 977. Okay, so let's see if that even works at all. So I think I did everything that we needed to do for that. Install on 40 gigabyte HDD, Clonezilla SCD, probably after 1 month. Oh, okay. 40 gigabyte hard drive. That's interesting. Okay, if you let's look at the assembly file, and we should have a wall. We do not seem to. Oh shoot, I don't know if I actually. We do have wall. So, hmm. Oh shoot, but we exit before we actually call that file. So don't want to do that. All right, let's try it again. Okay, Canon.testing, and now we do have jump wall 0. Yeah, the height is not great. I can actually, if I use bin, it looks better. So, let's see. So if we jump to wall 0, and then we check this again. So let me try that, actually. See if it works. So yeah, it should be iterating it. The stack might not be set up properly, though. I might have to do something with that. But you can try it. Okay, hello world, and let's echo that. It looks like it did actually work. Okay. Let's try write iteration with a new line. And we'll get rid of the hello world. We don't need that. Okay, let's try that. I didn't need to revoke, but I did anyway. And okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9. That's pretty cool actually. Okay, so it looks like it works. I will commit that, and then I will do some testing to make sure it actually works. So, okay. Imagine that the Arch experience on a hard drive is pretty okay. I have Windows installed on a hard drive, and it's Windows is so bad. Even like, my family, like I have some family members that use Windows. They have SSDs, and it's still super slow. It's not like the NVMe ones, but yeah, not a fan of Windows. But yeah, I've installed not Arch, but other distros on a regular hard drive, and it's actually like pretty decent even. Like Debian and stuff. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna take a quick break, and then I will do some testing. So I'll be right. Okay, I am back now. So, all right. So, yeah, this one is pretty much only for gaming. I'm on it too with Arch. Okay. Yeah, I don't really game too much, and when I do, it's games that I can play on Linux. So, I mean, you can play most of the games on Linux now with Proton and stuff, right? Except for like the ones with anti-cheats that don't work, like Fortnite or whatever, right? People don't appreciate the speed of storage devices. I've been running FreeNAS on my home server for 2 years. Switched to Debian plus Docker. Difference from TrueNAS/FreeNAS to Debian is like 2 GB less RAM. Really? 2 GB less. That's pretty good. Hello, how you doing? Ubiquitum? What is up? So this should work. So now let's do an if statement here. If x equals say if it equals 5, then then we will write x is 5. Alright, so let's try that. So we want to make sure the if statement works within a while loop, which it should. We'll see why it won't, but let's try it. Chasm. And okay, x is 5. So yep, x is 5. So that's pretty cool. Looks like a statically light type viewer. That's basically what I'm going for. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Because it's the scripting language that I'm building for like to integrate into my text editor for like configuration and stuff. And I was gonna use Lua, but then I decided to make my own. Yeah, and I like statically typed language, so that is why it's statically typed. Yeah, but it's very much similar to Lua. Pretty much like the biggest difference is statically typed, and then also array indexing starting at 1, right? Or starting at 0, rather. Those are going to be the biggest differences. Most of the syntax isn't really too different from Lua because I quite like Lua. It's actually a good language. Yeah, the only really the biggest problem that I have with it is the array index, right? Because that just is kind of confusing. But other than that, it's a really good language. Okay, so this should work. Pretty much all software has problems like that, right? But yeah, web dev is a big one. Okay, so this should be pretty good then. So we gen that, and we generate the label afterward, and we set up the scope. So let me make sure that works. So I should be able to I declare a variable here. So two, yeah, not two, doing it. Int equals 55. If I do that, it should still work. Oops, it does not. Okay, so I think the issue is because we need to clean up the stack before we do that. So we'll just move this to there. Because we need to, well, do we want to do that? Yeah, so we want to do that. One more quick, well, yeah, I haven't used it too much, but from what I've used, that is the biggest problems. I mostly just use it for like configuring my window manager and new. Any improvements in look or feel of any website in the last 5 years? Okay. Okay, there, now it works. Now it works, so it should work as expected. So, yeah, we can put that in there, and we can modify things. Okay, so that should be good. So then it's on the top always. The variable that we are looking for. So, yeah, alright. So, I think that should be good. Okay, I see. Quirky, yeah, well, you know, any scripting language is going to have some quirks like that, right? Well, any language in general, right? But scripting languages especially. Alright, so I think maybe... Why am I doing that here? Maybe now I will try to do if else, right? So we don't have that. So if x equals 1, then... So then we'll have an else here. else, yeah, not else if yet. Because they've only added bloat. Yeah, most websites pretty bloat. Right, not one. Okay, let's try that. So we need to add parsing for the else at least. So that should be pretty easy, right? So type else, so we need that. I want to put it next to it. If else. And in the future, I'll probably implement elif, like how Python, whatever, elif, like that. But for now, that's not super important, right? And this, yeah, this could be different. We have an array, and compared to each element of the array. Yeah, so I'll probably do that. Soon I'm going to have to go through and clean the whole thing up, because right now it's only one file, and things like that. Alright, but don't type else, and that is not right. Else, there we go. And then that's it for that. So we can should be able to exit now. So I can actually make sure that it works. Alright, so if I run it, then yeah, we have else in there. So that should work. Should be good. So now we need to parse it. So let's go here and let's do token type else. It's going to type else. So what do we need to do when we encounter this? Exactly. So we need to make sure that it is an if statement on top of the stack. So that is the first thing. So it's like at the end block. I guess we don't do that here though. Okay. That really should be done in the parsing. Okay, well I guess it's fine. So that's gonna be during the compilation. I may change that in the future. Alright, what do we have to generate for it? So we need a node, obviously. Like else. Okay. We can append that, and there's not really a value. We do need a label here. So do we want to set the current label like this, like how we do with the then? So is it gonna generate the same thing as the then? Let me think. So if we do that, then the if statement, it would jump to I need to think. So like how's it gonna look? Let me look at how it would look. So we need to actually write one that can compile. Nothing else. That does not work. So I need to implement I need to add type else and then it should work. Okay. Let's add this as well. Okay, so build it, and let's run that, and I don't need to print it anymore, so okay, and let's look at the pattern. So, what we have here is 0 jump to label 0, so if it's 0, then we jump there. Otherwise, we want to jump to the else label, right, so that'd be this, and the label 0 is the end. If we have an else here, okay, yeah. So otherwise, not 0 jump, we would jump to label 1, right? The next label. Is that right? Okay, so we just generate a label 1 here. But then we need to generate at the else. We also need a jump to label 0. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna like put all of the strings into an array. And then loop over it, so we don't have like the list of it, so it'll look nicer at least. Like obviously, it's still gonna be string compares, but then it's not like multiple if else, you know. It's just one if statement in a while or in a for loop. And it's also easier to add more that way as well. It's just easier, like I would have done that from the start, but it's easier to think about it when you're first starting in that way. Because that's usually what it eventually turns into. It's just an array like that. Okay, so we need something like this, right? If we get here, so if it's 0, we jump there. Otherwise, we jump to label 1, which is the else, right? It's not 1, so something like that. And then label 0, we just can continue on from there. So I think that would work, right? Is not 1. Okay, and let's modify it. No, we need to modify the assembly. So let's make it 2. Then it should not be 1. So then if we get assembly and run this, it did not print anything. That's not good. Why did it do that? So in that one, push 1, compare. 0, we jump to label 0. Otherwise, jump to label 1. Oh, and label 1 is, yeah, it's right there. So it should jump there. Oh, shoot, no, we jump to label 0 when it's 0. Okay. Yeah, that's not right. We want to jump there. Otherwise, we want to jump to label 0. That's what we want. Okay. Is not 1. Okay. I'm going to make sure, so I'm going to change back now. Make this 1 again. And do this. Okay, so let's see. So it's not 0. Because it's 1, right? On the top of the stack. So it's because it's true. So we don't jump to label 1. But then we jump to label, yeah, so we just don't want that at all. Okay, so we need to replace that with that. Is that right? If it's 0, then we're going to jump to label 1. Okay, so that's the else. But we need a way to jump past it. Right. But we need to duplicate. That's why it was 1. We need to duplicate that and then add this one. So if it's false, no, we don't need a way to jump past it. If it's just an else, so actually that's fine. Yeah. So we see in a way. So if it's 0, so it's false. So we jump to the else, which is here. Yeah. Okay. So that should. Yeah, I was thinking like else it. So it is 1, and then if I modify it, it should be. It's not. Okay. So that's what we need to do. Alright, I see. So I think we can use the same labels. So it should be parts now. So let's see. Let's add this type else. And so we don't need to compile an expression. We do need we don't really need the block stack because it can be the same as the if, so that should be fine. Let's do this actually. So we don't have an expert though. We have an else statement. It's actually a wall blue. We're setting these labels so it's easier to read, right? Let's add one here for the then and as well. Oops, that was okay. Okay. And not really statement, so okay. Yeah, so what we need to do is the else we need to generate the proper label. So in the same way that we do at the end. So similar to that. But we don't need to do anything with the scope. We need to make sure that it is an if. So let's do something like this. So let's see. We need to do this. Block if. Else we have to put in there. So error. That's not right. Okay. There we go, like that. We want to print expected if. So break after the else block. Oh yeah, thank you. That was I might have gotten a warning for that. Sometimes it does, sometimes not. So thank you. Expected if but found we don't really have a way to print it, so I'm just gonna print it out the well, we decremented that, so we can't do it. Well, we can print the top of it, yeah. Data. Okay, like that. And that should print it. So it's not going to be human readable or whatever, that's fine. We can do that later. So we need to make sure it's an if, and then we don't want to generate a wall jump, but just a regular jump with that label. Yeah. Is that right? No, because we don't store a label at this one. So we need the based on the label stack. Is that right? But we don't have a label stack here. So we need to generate the label in the parsing. I forgot about that. So we have the else. Yeah, we need to set the node label the same way that we do with the end. Is that right? Set it to this one. I think so. Alright, well, let's see, but we need two labels here. Okay. We'll try that. I think we need two, though, so I will think. Maybe I need an if label as well. But we can generate this jump to that. And generate the label to, is it like that? Is it, well no, it decrements it, so we need the next one, right? This will be like, say, the 0 way. I think so, that might be a problem. I might need two labels for this one. Else. I don't need a dash for that else. Okay. Okay, yeah, it's like so. Why did it though? Is it in here? That it's like it's not. Okay, so I have something else out somewhere. So I'll probably do a GDB. First, I want to see if I can find it. Whoops. Okay, let's see. It must be in here then. Oh shoot. Yeah, because we don't have the label, do we, right now? Because we append it in the then. Well, we should. Actually, we might want to do that. But let me see where it actually breaks at. Break on main, and then and let's just step it and see where it breaks. So it's not in the parse. So it's in here at that. Okay, yeah. So it must be. We don't like check the boundary, so that's probably where the issue is. But right. That's it for now. But I think this could be an error that the user could do. So we'll probably change. But right. So at that, labels count is greater than 0. But it's all at 0. Okay, let's see. So that should probably gonna crash there, right? Yeah. Okay, so that's where the issue was. I think that's an issue on my end in this case though. So why though? Oh shoot. Then we append to it. I think we might need a different label for the if else, like a different structure. But alright, so we don't need that. But so node value is that, and then we iterate that. That looks forever. How would you do that? That's interesting. Do we not generate the labels properly then, in that case? What else? I don't know why it would. Because I'm supposed to consume, right? Consume. I think that's what it is. Consume the token. Yeah, so I don't do that, and that's why it consume. Yeah, because we need to continue to iterate it. Okay, error block stack E0. Alright, so that's in the end. Okay. Oh shoot, because we pop it off up at the top. Okay. So we need to push onto it and make it an else. That actually makes sense. Okay, I see. After we do that, we need to append to it. Then jump. Yeah, and here we can append to it, but a block else. Let's block B and add block else. Okay. So that's compiled, but I'm not sure if it's right. Let's look at it though. So compare equal. 0 jump to label 0. This is label 2 though, that's not right. We want to 0 jump to label 2. And then it didn't generate the oh shit, then we have this to label 1. So this is right. This number is not right though. I want this to be label 0. Then I think it's right. I'm quite sure. Let's see. So something's wrong, like in here. Not end. I want the else one. And we want to do this, but the labels count is 0. Why is that? Because we need to append to it and do this. Do I append to that? Why is the labels like when we counter the then? It should append to the labels, and we should encounter that before the else. I don't know why we won't be able to do this. Set it to that. Like that. And then we actually push that on there. We do this. Zero jump label 0, and it's still label 2. That's not right. We can't do that because then it's out of bounds, right? No, it's not. Wait, I think it's still label 1. Okay, because we're using the wrong one for that. I see. Yeah. I think we need a different label. Because that is for the main blocks, but then the sub ones need to be different. Is that right? Let me think about how we can handle it. So we have label 0. Jump label 0. That's going to be a loop, so we don't want that. We want this to be label 1, and this to be label 0. So then, we stand here and we jump to the end, right? This is the end block. Otherwise, we jump to here. So this needs to be 0. This one has to be 0. So it should be this one. Right. And then the jump that we generate needs to be +1. Huh. So let me think. We have this stat. We counter then we push. We set its label equal to that. But then label is that. And that's the one that we jump to. Okay. Then we want this one to be pop. We want to pop up. So that's what we want. And not set it to the current one. And then this one. Yeah, this one needs to be set to the. So we do need to do anything into the labels. Current label +1. So that'd be 1. Yo, Stam, how you doing? Pretty sure that's right. I might need to either go through the debugger or add some print statements to make sure. But let's see. And then I think I do a +1 here. I don't know that I want to do that. Good. I do a +1. Hang on. Not quite. We're on the evolution app. Nice. How's it going? How's it going with that? How far along are you? 10 label. Yeah, okay, so I want this one to be +1, and this one to be the actual label. Hey, Alvez, how you doing? Then I think that's right. So 0 jump to label 0. We have a label 0 here. So that should work, I believe. Running is one. And it is one. Okay, let's change it to 2. Oops, I can't do anything. What? Okay. That was weird, but okay. You know. It's not. Okay. So that worked. It's been good. Good. Glad to hear that. Mm -hmm. Okay, so that works. Can we do an else if though? Does that work? Like, I don't know. Okay, so it doesn't like that. That is weird. Wait, what? I did not type, but found on line 1? The columns are a little messed up, but it doesn't like this. I don't know why that would fail, though. I'm adding that. Oh, wait, now it works. What? Oh, it's in the assembly. Because I did the wrong one. Unclear label 1. Okay, so that doesn't work. Executing any? Basically it calls, exit, like the C function exit. Like, I can show the implementation as well. The source. Maybe exit is what it's called. So it calls this function basically. So we pop the top of the stack, and then we exit with that code. That's basically all it is. Okay, yes, that doesn't work, but yeah. So I'll need a way for else if to work. Well, it's the assembly for the bytecode. So it's like has the same relationship as assembly to machine language essentially, except just for the bytecode. Okay, we don't need the then. So that works. If else works. That is cool. Grade label 1. What? Why is that? Wasn't volcano. Chasm. Yeah. I've been thinking about renaming it since originally I was planning on making the programming language called Titanium. That's why I call it Titanium Virtual Machine. Yeah, but now I'm using it for Kano, so I might rename it to Kano Virtual Machine, you know? KVM. CVM. Yeah. But I don't know. I'm thinking about it. This doesn't work. Now it does. Okay. Must not have saved problem. Yeah. CVM. Doesn't look like anything else. Yeah. Kano-gasm. Wow. Okay. Yeah, Kano-asm, though. That's what it'd be called. Chasm. Kano Universal Machine. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. Yeah, then you just have to make it work on every platform, you know? And then it actually is universal, so it makes sense, right? Right now I don't think it works on Windows. Yeah. Yeah, I might do that. Okay, so I don't like how the labels are handled. Maybe I should change it to generate them at the compiling stage rather than the parsing stage. Because yeah, right now it's kind of hard to work with them. Is there something else I can do? So I really want else if should be able to work. There we go. How would you write short of Kano Universal Machine? Yeah, I mean, probably. Something like that, right? Oh, nice. 10 out of 10 quit. Kano. Okay, yeah, so I'll add the yeah, but it doesn't clear the labels properly, so I need to fix that. If I add an else here, does it work then? I know universal machine. I don't know, like I would do that, but I don't want to get in any trouble, like leaning it on GitHub or something like that. Might get in trouble for that. Yeah, so it doesn't work. So where is label one? So we jump label one, but we don't have a label one. Okay, I see. Yeah, so what I'm going to do actually is add two labels to the else ones. So how do we do that? Let's see. How do we handle labels now? TASM is program. Yeah, so there is one called TASM already. I didn't know that when I named it. TASM. I think, yeah, it's like an assembly thing. Yeah, GUI turbo assembly. Something like that. Let's see. Turbo assembly. Yeah, TASM. So I didn't know that when I was naming it, or I would not have called it that. Yeah, this is what it looks like though. But I did find that out when I was setting up the Vim extension for it. CandleScript plus HTMX pawn. Yeah, should be able to do that as long as I need to implement it in terms of C, right? In the in the native calls, a way to call sockets, right? And then we could just create sockets. It's like programming. I feel like programming C though. I can add some abstractions over it to make it maybe a bit more user friendly than C. But yeah, that could be fun. That could be fun at some point. Okay, how do I handle this now? So we have like a label, right? Label. So we need two labels. So let's actually, instead of this, have label. Don't want that. Let's do else one. So I'm gonna probably think of a different way to this, but for now this should work. So use wasm to port it to web. Yeah, could do that. I've been thinking about building a compiler from the bytecode of the virtual machine to both wasm and probably one of the assemblies, right? Because that could be cool. Then you could actually have native applications and web applications, things like that. Yeah, and it's not like too many instructions, so it shouldn't be that bad. The hardest thing to keep track of would probably be the memory. Oh, it's all cap. Okay, so we need to use else label 1 equals that. And then label 2 equals current label. With the addition of CandleScript, it should be easier to upgrade the syntax highlight. Yeah, that is the plan. But I'm not going to integrate it till it gets more pretty usable. You know, I haven't figured out the whole scope of the language, but I definitely want structs, arrays, of course. Yeah, things like that. So I'm gonna sort of do it until I think it's good, and I also need a way to load C functions at runtime into the to be callable as the native ones, in the same way that we can call exit and write, things like that. Okay, so go else again, and then we'll set this to node value dot else dot label 1. Might be the other way around. Also, I'm not going to call it else actually. L. Because that's kind of annoying, having the else. Okay. Also, I don't know if it'll work with a keyword. Yeah, I need to change it here. I forgot. And I might think of something better than L, because that's kind of not very good. Oops. CLI app with end curses? Okay. You can even do it from Go, I believe, if you wanted to use Go. It's not too bad, though. It's actually pretty nice. Why is there a string? Don't know what that's about. Thinks it's a string. Let's see. 0 jump to label 0. This is... Okay, so that's not right. So I need to switch them. I think that is what the issue is. This needs to be label 2. Oops. Label 2, and this is label 1. Is that right? No. I might need to handle it a completely different way. Let's see. Label 0. This is label 0. And this jumps to label 1, which should be all the way at the end. We don't have any label 1, so that's not good. Yeah, so that's not gonna work. So I think I'm just gonna introduce a different stack for it, and then I will, yeah, like the else label stack. So in the same way that I had the wall one, the wild wall, I cannot speak. So let's see. Actually, do I have to do that? Is there a better way? Quit the web dev path and work for open source. That would be cool. Harder to make money though, you know, getting a job and stuff. Okay. Let's see. That's why you learn React. Okay, so gonna use React for your job, but then in your free time, contribute to open source. Is that what you mean? Sorry about that. Let's see. So what I need to think about the value. So they don't work. So basically, what we need. No, to get a job. Yeah. That would be funny to learn React to quit web stuff. Okay. Actually, I might not want to iterate it. Is that what the issue is? If I don't iterate it, then we counter an else. Can I even do that though? Then if but that might break it. Someone in the world that likes CSS. I'm not sure. Not sure. I've never met someone. Go plus HTMX plus JS doc. I haven't used JS doc. I don't get how it works exactly. Mostly because I'm not looking into it. Label 0, label 1. This will jump to label 1 as well. Okay. Wait a second. It's actually work. No, because now there's no label 2. That's an issue. Okay, I see. It's almost there. But we need this. This is not right. CSS plus suck at making anything. It's way worse. Responsiveness, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, so it's almost there. It's just this is supposed to be label 1 as well. Label 1. I have a serious skill issue as well with web dev. And I don't care to get better. Okay, so why does it generate that? Because we have the then, which iterates it. Okay, I see. So that's why we need an elif. So maybe I will have to do that. Like, so for now, you can't even do that though. Actually, you can do that, right? Yeah, you just have to write it like that with multiple ends. So if we introduce an elif, we won't have to do that. That's what the issue is, because we didn't have that end there, the proper end. Number one already declared. Really? Okay, because I stopped iterating it. No, not really. Wait, label 2. Oh, shoot. Wait, why do we do it twice? Oh, because we have 2 ends. Wait. What? This is supposed to be like that. Okay, I think it should work. No. We need that. Developers in popular JS frameworks meant zero CSS using div to make output readable. Fit Rioter followed. Thank you. Is 2. Is it 2? It is 2. Okay. Alright, so that works. We can do it like that. That's not great. And I think, like, if you wanted to, you could do it like this as well. But then, you know, just stack them up like that. Go is good for backend stuff, though. Like, I haven't used it too much, but I think it's, probably what I would choose if I was gonna do backend web development. Probably would use Go, like, professionally. So you can have else-ifs. Seven years ago. That time it was ES5, ES6. I don't know what these things are. Web stuff. Whoops. Not 10. Is 2. Alright, and let's make it 3. Then it should say is not 2 or 1. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, HTMX is pretty good. jQuery, though, I haven't used that. This is not very nice syntax. And better if we could have elif, right? So we'll do that, but that's kind of like syntactic sugar that I'm not really worried about right now. Like in the future, gonna have that. Also gonna have like x plus equals or whatever. That, and then things like that you can do in other ways, but it's just nicer to have that. QBasic plus Turbo Pascal. Heard of Turbo Pascal, but I don't know what QBasic is. I guess it's just a basic, like a dialect of it, right? Oh, it's okay. Wait. What? IDE and an interpreter. Oh, for MS-DOS. That's kind of old. Yeah, probably shouldn't say that actually. Java. Java. You know, I don't mind Java too. Like, you know, I prefer some other languages, but compared to like JavaScript, I'd much rather do Java. C# -1 is nice. This website is kind of like, or is it my computer? No, because it works fine here. Okay, let me actually push the changes because I'm better at it. Java over C#. Really? I guess I haven't used too much C#. Since I stopped using Unity. Oops. And, yes, what do I need to do now? It's really most of what I wanted to do. So we got the if, while, and else. We could almost write, doesn't know what he's saying. We could almost write fizzbuzz, right? We just need a way to convert numbers to strings. And to do that, we could either call a C function or we could actually implement it. And it won't be that hard to implement, we just need a way to work with arrays, right? This. Yeah, so we don't have negative numbers right now, and we don't have any types other than signed 64-bit integers, but that's okay. With types, yes. That's really what I'm going for, because, like, for the most part, you know, changing, like, I'm not super familiar with Lua, like, except for pretty basic stuff. So, obviously not going to be exactly the same, but a lot of it will be similar. Lua yeah, I don't know that I want to, like, so that's, if I understand correctly, that's just one data type for pretty much everything. Like, there's structs, arrays, all that stuff, right? And I don't know that I want that. I kind of like separate ones. And also that might be harder. Interesting. Yeah, it might be harder though, like being statically typed, right? Like I don't exactly know how they're implemented. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I'll think about all that stuff. Didn't you play World of Warcraft? No, I've never actually played that before. Not ever. So let's see. All right, actually, can't really tell what happened. Oh, we answered with X. Okay. 3. Okay. I think doing a more C or Rust-like type system is better than doing what Lua is doing. That's why you don't know Lua. Yes. Roblox uses Lua now also, right? If I'm not mistaken. Wait, they banned, really? I didn't know that. Yeah, the type, I kind of want the types, yeah, like, I don't know, sort of like, what's a good comparison? Like, it's not really like, let's see, I'm trying to think, like, what is a good comparison? I don't know, it's gonna be similar to Go. Yeah, I don't know, I did not know that, but why? Like, is there a reason? Are they getting, like, cheaters or something? And that's why? Like, through the emulator? That's why a lot of the anti-cheats don't work, right? Or didn't work, or however it works. Linux Eagles hackers, that's fair. Evil Linux hackers. Is that why, like, I might be wrong on this, but Epic Games, right? They released their anti-cheat support, so it would work on Linux or whatever, right? But then they just didn't use it for their own Fortnite game, right? Is that correct? Kitty's game. So they dropped one, he dropped Windows hacker, yeah, but per capita, right? Like, for every one Windows hacker, there's like, or for every, hang on, how do I say that? Basically, for every, there's more, hard to explain. Like, there's less overall, but there's more for the amount that there is, right? Okay, let's see. Yeah, can't really write anything too useful. That's right. Yeah. So next, I suppose, is functions to implement. So that's gonna look probably something like this. So function A, followed by this, and then all the arguments in here, X, Y, like that. And then the return type as well goes here. And then end, right? So like that. That's gonna be the function. Obviously, we'll have return with whatever, something like that. This is what function I think. People were supposedly spoofing their connection to say they were using Wine and said they could hack on Windows. Huh? Cool, and that is Roblox, but realistic. I think I heard of that. I think I have heard of that. How does that work exactly? To say they were using Wine so that they could hack on Windows? Oh, because there's like a... okay, actually, I see. Yeah, I have heard of this. Yes. Yeah, I don't know that I played it really, but have heard of it. I don't know, Minecraft is pretty good though, and you can play that on Linux. How do I want to handle this? I think this would work. I don't think I need a keyword like that. Um, like, I think this is enough here, because the return type, it's only ever going to be a single thing, so we'll know when it ends. It's not like with these, where it's an expression. So we could have something like this, and then we could have, as the first one, like we could, put this or whatever. And that could be considered part of the expression. So we need a separator, like that. But in these, it's less ambiguous. So I think this will work without any extra keyword there. So it's not like a lot of syntax, Try to play open source games, communities, because yeah. Mine test though is like open source Minecraft. Mine test, and also uses Lua for the mods. It made me modded or whatever. Yeah, I don't play many games either. Yeah, this is a good one. I played it some, and like with a couple of mods, it's pretty much like the same as Minecraft. Yeah. I have some younger brothers who like to play Minecraft. I try to get them to play this with me, but they don't like it. I want to play it with friends because I have friends. Really gonna flex on us? No. Tried writing a mod for it but failed. Why? Is it hard or is it just not well documented or what? The book. I haven't really looked into modding for it. Oh, because you never said go. Okay. Having friends in 2024. Imagine. Where is Vim? Where Vim? Option 1. Yeah, how does it, let's see. Let's look at this. I've done some Minecraft modding and plugin stuff in the past, so I don't know. This could be fun to do. Still on the making of script line, yes. I'm just looking at, I kind of finished what I was working on, so they want to bully the news, but they didn't even put Emacs. Base Debian user. Yeah, I've been thinking about teaching my little brother, like Lua, to do that, and I might teach him it through this, because he wants to learn programming or whatever. That could be fun. Ken ran his rating. Thank you. How are you guys doing? So today I'm working on scraping language, right? Which I'm planning on integrating into my text editor, which is here. So this is not Vim. This is my custom text editor called Kano. Yeah, and basically this is what we got. So we're not working on this. We're working on while loops and else statements. Right now, and we actually pretty much finished it. So we're kind of looking at some other stuff. Hello. Is it foo or for? What do you mean? Foo. That was just something for the function, like that. But yeah, so basically we got this. So this is a loop, and it will execute in a loop. So we can build it. And there we go. So it executes 2 times. So I have no idea what that means. Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty much what we're working on. While loops, we got those working, and then if else, right? So if else, right? Things like that. But I kind of finished it. You write your own language. That is what I'm working on. Yes. So basically, the interesting part though is the back end to it. So this is what it looks like. It looks like Lua or whatever. But it compiles to bytecode, if I can show here. This .tim file is the bytecode. So I can look at it in .tim. So you can see in here, this is the string that was in there actually. That's at the start of it, and also some other information on the sides and stuff. And then down here is all the instructions. So it's not really like readable, but Kano, Kano.Kano, yes. But this is the bytecode, which gets interpreted by a virtual machine, which I can look at right here, which I've been waiting for several months. No, let's see. So this is, well, actually I can show, here's all the instructions for it. Some of them aren't used, so I need to get rid of them, but yes, there's like, however many that is. Yeah, something like that. And then, let's see. So then the actual implementation of it is here. Here. So here's like the implementation of all of them. And yeah, we can call, like, this is just a test for calling different C functions. So the plan is to make it where you can, at runtime, load a C function. Yeah, so basically just append it to this array, the function. Then when you compile it, it actually will load it and then call the function from the function pointer. So you can do some cool stuff with it, to integrate it with C and things like that. So yeah, a lot of these aren't really used, but except for like syscalls, because we have to call C code for the syscalls. Yeah, so that's pretty much what it is. It's not too much right now. Yeah. Oops. That's not right. Oh, okay. Yeah, so basically we can do this and we can have if statement. So if x equals 1, then x is 1. So we can do that, and we can add an else here. And let's see. And we can do this while loop. So let's do some duration. Okay. Let's do 10. So equal to 10. And you can compile that. And then it compiles into this assembly. So this is the assembly for the, let me use Vim for that. This is the assembly for the bytecode. So this will get assembled into the bytecode that I was showing. Yes, this is what it looks like. It's pretty similar to regular assembly, except with a few quality of life things or whatever. And then we can assemble it using this. Assemble. And okay, that's not good. What? I guess something's broken. Wall 2. Why do we have that? Did I mess something up? We did not have this issue before. Because of that. Oh, shoot. You know, why would that happen? Whoops. Okay. Technical difficulties. Hey. Why did that happen? Oh, shoot. I'm passing the wrong thing here. That's what the issue is. Yeah, I'm using the wrong number here. So I haven't tested it with, tested like that. So I need to pass a different value here. I need to do the state. I need to get it from the wall label stack. Wall labels. Wall labels.count. Like that. Okay, that should work then. Yeah. Whoops. Dot data. Okay, then it should actually work, hopefully. So let me look at it and make sure it looks right. Okay, yeah, so I think it works. It should work. There we go. Okay, so it did work. So x is 1, and then it iterates over. So it's 10 times it should be. Yep, 10, so that's right. And yeah, so that worked. There was just a small technical difficulty. Yeah. So yeah, it does work. And then we should be able to have another while loop. So while x is greater than 0, we should do x minus 1. And yeah, so hopefully that works. I haven't tested it with this one, but we can try it. Okay, looks good. And there we go, it does actually work. Kano and editor as well as link. So Kano is the text editor, which I built for some time. I can actually open it up here, on GitHub. So it is, the text editor is called Kano. And then, so that's right here. It's still actively in development, but I needed a way to like configure it and things like that. So I'm making a scripting language called Kano script, right, for it. Similar to like Vim script or something like that. That's sort of the idea. I was like, .kano is the extension for the language, but the language itself is called Kano script. If that makes any sense. I would call it CS, but I'm pretty sure that's taken by C#. Kano in Kano script, yes. Well, no. Yeah, I probably won't rewrite it entirely in Kano script. But a lot of new features would be implemented in the scripting language. Yeah. So that is, let me actually commit that because that was a pretty big change. Let's issue log. Let's push that. Okay. Yes, yes. And let me actually add, let's see, do I need a label here? And then I need any other ones. Okay, yeah, so I think that is fine. Movement in the style of life, yes. A lifestyle, if you will. Okay, yes, I pretty much got it implemented. What I wanted, maybe I could try a couple tests. So if x equals 5, then x is 5. It's not 5. Okay, and let's see. One second. The Kano API. API for what? Like for interfacing with it, you mean? Interfacing with the text editor from the scripting language? X is 5, X is not 5, X is not 5, yep. Yeah, okay, so it looks like that would equal to 0, and it should be right. Yeah, now it's mirrored properly. Why is there 6 here? Okay, because we iterated 8 times. Here, yeah, so we need to start at 0. And do this like that. Okay. Then it should work. Yeah. I want to make sure that all of the things are working properly. 5, 1, 5, yeah, and then it should be 10, and then, yeah. Okay, so it looks like that all works. That's pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. Is there anything that I need to implement before functions? Like, obviously arrays. That can come after them. Then once we have arrays, we can do like a lot of stuff. Then. Like, rule 110, something like that. We need more data types as well, obviously. Like, obviously floats, kind of. We don't really need that, but we need ways to assign string to variables, so was that. And also I need to update the virtual machine itself so that when it pushes the string, it also pushes the size of the string. So we can do like, x dot length or whatever, or something like that to access the length of the string. Yeah, so I want something like that. It's not 15, no, that's not okay. Just maintain, oh, nice. So it compiled properly and works. Mm, what operating system are you on, by the way? Because that would be good to know for research purposes. Okay, so we need something like this. This kind of thing. Sir, yes, we need that. That shouldn't be too hard. Next one. Okay, so Nixos, and that's good. So it worked. Glad that works. Have had some issues with it. It's actually here. I did not make that one. That was contributed. So the initial one was Alavaz actually, and then the other one was this person Significent. Should work on Void. I'm pretty sure. Like it should work on all the Linux distros. And then it should work on macOS, but I haven't tried it. The only thing that I don't think it would work on, at least right now, is Windows. I would like to get it there eventually, but once it's more like complete, running Linux. Okay. Is remove Vim from your home.nix. FreeBSD, that would be good to know. With the /main was for. What /main? Emacs, GigaChan, in the readme. Oh shoot, did I not rename it? That's my bad. Okay, that's from when it was we still called it name. Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I will update that. Oh no, it did. Whoops. Okay, there, that should be better. Okay. There we go. That's better. Yeah, that was just something that I did not like it. It's correct here, but okay. Very cool, very cool. Yes, and if there's any issues that you encounter, then it would be very helpful if you reported them as well. Okay. Da, da. Okay, so I need to commit stuff. What did I change? That. Okay. Anything in the actual thing? Just added the label. Okay. Best operating system? Yeah, only missing good text editor. Good joke, good joke. Never heard that one before, by the way. What is it? That you're not sure if it's a feature or a bug. Vim emulation in Emacs. Can you do that? I guess that makes sense looking at that, but how does that work? Hard to describe, but I'll try. Okay. Well, actually, maybe not. Yeah. Be named to Gen Expert Pro. Control O command, yes. I like it. I'm not sure if there was an equivalent in Vim to that. I just knew that I wanted something like that, so I did it. I implemented it. I haven't looked to see if there was a Vim equivalent. Type a paragraph of text above that. Open that, press return, and enter normal mode. Doing DD jumps a couple lines. All right, let me see if I can try it. So, open that. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what that happens. Yeah. That's okay, so there is something like that in it. Okay, yeah. So I know basically what's happening is yeah. Okay, so it's not really a feature. It's not like a big deal, but yeah, so this is what you are talking about, right? It does that and it jumps down there. Yeah, that is known. I just have not gotten rid of it. It doesn't work. Just have to press X, and then it will. Then you press DD and then X if you want to delete all of it. That's just working on right now. Yeah, it is known because I noticed that. So this yeah has to do with how I'm handling the lines. I can probably fix that. It's not a big. I'm not going to fix it right now. I could look. Let me just rename this really quick, and then I will look into that. It's going to be Gen. You see, have a good night. Have a good night. And thank you. It looks like that was 8, so hopefully it is. Alright, yeah, so let me, okay, just so it's more consistent with the other naming, and then I will take a look at this K. So, let's see. The other one, I'm not sure to fix it right now on the first line. I'll need to look into it, but with those, I probably can do that. So, it has to do with how we handle DD. Let's see. I have not looked at Vim. I guess I'm using Vim right now. I've not looked at Kano source code for a minute. Let's see. Right here. This feels kind of complicated. Why is it all that? Reset command. Okay. How do I do all this? Hang on. I feel like it doesn't need to be this much. Position. So this is where we set the cursor. So what if we get rid of that? What does it look like? I do have to go in about 8 minutes, so I will try to get it done. You know, it's not really relevant, I guess, to what the stream was, but yeah, then that puts us right there. So I'd rather, it probably makes more sense to go to this line. I know what the issue is. It's because we look at it before we do it. So okay, I know exactly what's going on. So if I set this right, and we make it and go to it, then basically we do this and we press DD. Oh shit, there wasn't the extra line, so it couldn't do it. Then it sets us there because it's trying to set us to the next line before it actually before it deletes the line. So that's what we need to do. But why does it do that? Yeah, so it's because we do this current position. But we need to get the, well, no, hang on. Where's the opposite? It's set. Actually, can we set it here? is that? So, okay. Yeah, that just sets us back there. Let's see. So buffer cursor. So that's not right. So the offset, how will we generate? So buffer cursor, that's the current position. Yeah, so that's sort of how far indented we are. So we need to basically take this and mod. Nope, that's not right either. Wait, what? Yeah. Actually, here we can check if it's greater than current.n, which cannot be greater than current.count. So, also, do we have to call recap or buffer? Is it buffer rows? That could actually be the whole issue. Do I just need to call that greater than buffer data.count? What is that? Where? Oh, right here. Okay, see grid. Why does it do that? Okay. So what's happening here is plus one. That could be out of bounds, so we don't want to do that. What? Okay, yeah. So we get the row. Where it is. Okay, then it sets us there again. So yeah, so I see what the issue is actually. So we're grabbing the row and we're adding too much to it. We want actually row dot n. And that's always going to be within the proper bounds. So that should work. Oh, it's current, that's it. Right. Okay. I do have to go though, so I need to do this quickly. Hey, what? Oh shoot, no, maybe it needs to equal needs to be current.n, yeah. So I cannot go over the row. Whoops, that's how I want to do. Okay, there we go. So that is how I would expect it to work. There we go. Yeah. So I think that pretty much fixes it. Yeah, that looks good. So we still can't do it on the first row, which I will work on. But I do have to go now. So let me make an issue for that so I don't forget. Yeah. Maybe on first row. Okay. And then yeah, so get that. Fix issue. Let's see, yeah. Sure. Push that. Okay, yeah, so that is going to be the end of the stream. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.